right, we have another match for you guys today. It is going to be Crocodile versus Kaido, with me on the left playing Crocodile and Yomi on the right playing Kaido. And she is going first. I am going second with this 2 Dawn here, and just the pass back. Not too uncommon for especially these kind of more mid-range kind of control lists too. So for 3, we do not see an Onigashi on the other side. We do a Level of Mellow to get out of it. Even though we don't get the card draw, 1 card to get out of an attack like that is nice. And we swing the Crocodile and take a damage there, and then play a Pacifista for 4, passing over. So with 5 Dawn and hopefully still, no more Onagashi, which means I honestly have a good shot for it. Sasaki is used to draw a card. Swing a 7k, we will take a life going down to 4. And there is the pass there. So ramping up to 6 Dawn, we are going to swing into Kaido, another Pacifista swing there, and then Sentomaru for 3, and then using 3 more Dawn to play a Pacifista for 4 from the deck. Against something like Kaido that has a really good way to get rid of the Sentomaru, I really do prefer going second and playing it for 6, just to mean, it guarantees a pop. And then there is this king here, which is not too surprising, is in Yomi's hand, so he's going to be used to pop the Sentomaru, and then using the Kaido to swing at assumedly leader. We use another pacifist in hand to get out of it and go from there. So up to 8 Dawn for us, and we are in the think box in just a minute. So we are going to Sables to put the king back in hand. Obviously, she can play it again to pop one of these pacifistas, but I think we just get enough tempo from this anyway. So swing in, ulti gets out, and then another double combo out of this 7k, another 7k swing, get down to 1, and then a Trafalgar Law blocker for 1, passing over there, and thinking about doing the -4, and I do the -4 just to get more of that tempo. Like guaranteed almost that one of these pacifistas are going to live, if not both, this turn. So swing 7k, we're going to use the Trafalgar Law to block it. And then, she does have the king in hand, but deciding to go for the Sasaki as well. And then just passing there, looking really good for me. Honestly, I got these 2 Pacifista bear boys swinging in if I need them to. And let's see what I do. So 7k swing into Kaido there. Yomi's got a huge hand, so triple counter there to get out of it. A 7k, so there is a Blast Breath to get out, another 7k, and assumedly another Blast Breath. So obviously very good for the defense, but gets rid of all the Dawn that she gained that last turn. And then using the 2 drop there to recycle top of our deck, and just passing there. So Sasaki swing in as a 6k, we're going to use a Boa Hancock to get out of it. A 7k swing, we're going to use a Draco Mihawk to get out of it. And I think this game is pretty much in the books. We're in a really good position, not really able to do anything on the Kaido. And that's just like the big difference of Onigashi not being in the, your second or third turn. You lose so much extra Dawn for it. You get Blast Breath there, and then you still can't counter out, and that will be game number 1. Game 2, I go second again, and again, obviously Kaido can't do anything on turn 1 with the Star Deck stuff, so I play a Trafalgar Law blocker, and then the Onigashima Island does come out on turn 2, so I'm immediately in trouble. Swings with Kaido lead, we will block with counter with the Crocodile in hand, swing with the Crocodile to do damage, Pacifista for 4, and we will be passing there. All right, for now at 6 Dawn on the Kaido side, playing the Queen for 5 lets you, 1 is a 6k blocker, lets you draw 2, discard 1, so drawing 2, discarding another Onigashima Island, and then -1 there, but the Onigashima gets it back. Swing leader into us, who are fine with that, and then we will go back up to R6. So going from there, we're putting a Dawn underneath our leader, swinging as a 6k. Takes the damage, swing is another 6k, we'll use a 2k ulti to get out of it, and then Crocodile for a 6k blocker there, and then -4 to get rid of the Queen. I don't know if that's the best play. It's always so tricky for a -4 when it always just depends on what your opponent's next turn is. So swing with the leader again, we are going to block to save our 4 drop, and then just doing things, playing the Queen again, drawing 2, discarding 1, discarding another Onigashima, and getting that ramp back. So from there, putting a 6k swing on leader. There is the block there, and we do have the counter there, and then there is also the another swing and another double counter to get out of it. And then from there, another 7k swing and another double counter to get out of it too. So that queen is unfortunately living for me, and we're just passing 0 by having a Trafalgar Law being put down there. And I was hard thinking, you know what, -4, get queen out of the hand again. Is it worth it? And I decided not to, but maybe honestly it could have been. It's really hard to say. So Sasaki for 3, letting you Dawn -1 to draw 1. And that looks like she did draw into a king based off this replay cam I've got here. And then for the 6 there, I think king is the right play. So playing it there, going another -1 to pop the Pacifista, Onigashima Island to ramp back up. And you could swing with queen if you wanted to, but looks like swing into the Crocodile, and we're going to use Boa Hancock to get out of it. So from there, we are back to 6 Dawn on ourselves. We will, I don't know, we're kind of just losing tempo here ourselves. So going there, Crocodile swinging 6k, gets out of it. Another 6k, hits a Baccio Bomber to ramp 1. I honestly would have kept that in hand, honestly, because that 1 Dawn won't do anything. And then for 4, Sables the king back into hand. I don't know. I feel like I've already lost this game. I have to kind of bounce the king back, even though it can just be played to pop the 1-drop blocker. So because of that, we're just going to block with Law immediately. And then Kaido comes down. I'm like, no, they upgraded. So especially in this matchup, especially once Kaido comes down, you probably lost the game. It thinks that's kind of how it is sometimes, but it just does so much damage against you, and you don't really have a way to get rid of it. So I try to get out of it, blocks with the queen to save it, and I have 2 Dawn up, and probably not much longer in this world. So resetting everything here. I don't know, and that a 10k swing every turn just inherently is so dang good. So a 7k swing with the Sasaki there, and we'll go down to 2. And then they're putting 3 Dawn, 4 Dawn right there, 9k. So we will use Level of Mellow there. We did have too many cards in hand to make it so we can draw a card. So they are going to swing in there and then pass the turn. Honestly, I think the play is to do the -7 on that turn, just because then any swing is lethal. But I'm still just very, very dead. So 7k into their leader, and then Gecko Moria for 4, picking up a 1-drop Law, and then playing a Law, and then a Boa Hancock. And then -4 the Sasaki back, just to have 1 less swing. But they're in a very good spot, unfortunately. So I think honestly, if they did listen to me, did the -7, they probably would have been a bad spot, because I was able to establish 2 blockers this turn, which is not unheard of for this deck. But we have this who's who here, -1 to get rid of the 1-drop blocker, and then the Onigashima Island to get the Dawn back, and then a 6-drop king here to then again pop the Boa Hancock. And that is pretty much going to be it for me. Doing the -7 now to get rid of that last life, and then you have a big 10k swing or 11k swing on that Kaido. So game 3, I get to choose who goes first. And you know what? I really do enjoy going second, and it also means your opponent has less cards in hand for turn 2 in case they don't see Onigashima Island. But they did. It's over. It's already over. Spoilers. It's such a uphill battle if they find that card. So they swung. We popped a Crocodile in hand for the counter. Swung with 5k, takes the 1, and then Gecko Moria for 4 to get it back into our hand, because we have some inherent card draw in our deck, and passing it there. And then with 6 Dawn, they're going into Sasaki. One thing that I've really seen is Sasaki gets so much value as if you see your Onigashima Island. It's just very, very good. So from there, 7k swing, we take the 1, and we will Sables it back to their hand and just go from there. So at 6 Dawn, we're going to swing at their leader, and they will take the 1, and then a 5k swing, a Jack counter, and then we're going to play Sentomaro for 3, and then spend another 3 to find a Pacifista there and play it from our deck. So again, I do like it on 6, because again, there's so much inherent destruction in purple that I always want to just guarantee 1 proc with it, which is also why I like going second, just to get to 6 Dawn faster. I feel like we have good turn 2 plays and good turn 4 Dawn plays too. So swing in Draco Mihawk, and then there's that good old king to get rid of the Sentomaru. and make me very sad. Who needs to proc our good card twice per game? Like that's absurd. So Onigashima Island to get that Dawn right back, and then from there passing it back to me, drawing the one. I'm at, what, 8 Dawn right now, and I still like seeing them being able to see all their cards just feels really bad. So 6k Dawn into leader there, double counter to get out of it, and then a 5k into leader, and then a single counter there, and then a 6k going down to 3. And then we're gonna play the Crocodile blocker. I wish this was a Don Quixote del Flamingo. We haven't seen one all match, which is really upsetting. And that would have been a fantastic play right here, just to be able to bounce back their king. And then the Kaido deck has no way to inherently get rid of a Don Quixote del Flamingo without, you know, actually swinging over it. So a Sasaki for 3, and then Onigashima Island to get it back. And then swing the king into the Gecko Moria, I believe. And we're going to use the Love Love Mellow to get out of it. And then a 1 draw, or we're going to block that leader swing because it's a 6k to a 5k. And then a queen for 5 to unramp 1, draw 2, discard 1. Another Onigashima Island, just like the best discard from queen every time. All right, and we're up to our full 10 now. And honestly, and part of the big thing about this deck too is that Crocodile does have a lot of inherent like good bouncing back abilities, but like it's dependent on like them being high enough, low enough on their cost, and a lot of purple cards are very high. So we spend in a big old 7k at the king. Queen blocks it and then uses ulti to get out of it. And then I swing there for a 7k on king, and then another 7k on king. I really want to get rid of this guy. And then Black Maria there, and then another 7k, and that gets out the Blast Breath. So I do feel kind of proud about that, just because that means like I got, you know, they used a 4k counter when they could have just used a 1k counter. We're using Gecko Moria to get back the Draco Mihawk, and then we're using the -4 there and passing. I don't know, like it's so weird. Like I feel like bouncing the queen back is usually worth it, but just being able to say here's another way to draw 2, discard 1 is in the book. So swinging with the king, I do counter with 2 1ks and a 2k, and then king number 2 comes down, and that is just feeling like double Kaido kind of territory. So being able to kill one of the pacifistas, and then being able to ramp back up with Onigashima Island. Obviously, when Kaido just is at 8 Dawn at the start of your turn, doesn't really matter how much you ramp at this point, but still somewhat apparent. Swinging into there, and then swinging into the Crocodile. So just clearing my entire board except for that Gecko Moria I played last turn, and I'm at 8 Dawn right now. So again, I'd be super happy if I found a what was it? Yeah, and I don't know if I should have been like clearing the board as much as I did, but we did get rid of 1 there, and maybe I should have just, you know, attacked a little bit higher into that. And I'm just passing there. I know it's in my hand. You guys will find out what it is right now, but it's kind of rough. There's a reason we're leaving 4 up. So swinging in, we're doing the Love Love Mellow to get out of it and draw 1. And spoilers, I drew into another copy, and I have a 3rd copy in hand already. So swinging into my leader, a 5k, and then another 5k. We'll use Martial Teach to get out of it, and then they found the Kaido, so we've probably lost this game. So minus there, getting rid of the Gecko Moria there, using the Onigashima Island, get back up. We will use Love Love Mellow and a Draco Mihawk to get out of it, so that's kind of nice. And we do have like a play, and that is just honestly using all of our Dawn to swing over the big 9-drop Kaido, which this is like the first time that I've actually been able to get rid of a Kaido by swinging into it. So that's kind of neat. And then a Trafalgar Law, and then we pass from there. So I think I've got like, yeah, 2 cards in hand. Not great for me. So going from there, they're back at what, 6, 7, soon to be 8 with the island there. So 4-6, playing another king, so being able to pop my 1-drop, and then from there swinging into my leader using the Love Mellow as well to get out of it on the second swing from the king, and then passing there. So we are back to our 10 Dawn, and we still do not have any good plays, unfortunately. We've gotten a lot of draws, honestly, but yeah, we're going to swing into there. I believe that's like an 11k, so that is to get to 11, and then this is to get to 15. So obviously, like, we got another like plus 4k, but 3 blast breaths are gone. Sable's back a king just to do something, and it is looking very, very rough for me. And I don't know if I should have just been more attacking on the leader on this, if I shouldn't have cared about the kings and control, and that could just be my playstyle for a match like this. But I feel like if I could get rid of stuff, I could have had a good shot and, you know, have stuff that's established and keep it on my board. But a big 10k on me, and I will be taking that. And then next there is the swing there, and I will be playing the Boa Hancock from my life, so that does save me for another turn, which is nice. But I don't think that's gonna be a big difference for me. So we do take the damage there, and we go back up to 10. And finally, spoilers, for like 2 seconds, we do get the Don Quixote Doflamingo for the first time today. And so we do play it, we get the king back in hand. If only we had that like a couple turns earlier, I think that would have been a fantastic tempo swing for us. And being able to just have a 7k body that we'd be able to keep swinging with and they wouldn't be able to interact with. So, because king or Kaido can't pop it inherently, but we do play the 3-drop Boa Hancock, but lethal is literally just on board because we know it's in that hand. So we can just use the king, or they can use the king here to play for 6 and then get rid of the blocker, and then Onigashima Island, the -1 you got back. And then you can use the -7 off of your leader there to take that last life. And then we do have an 8k swing, and that is the game for you guys. So thank you very much for watching. If you guys made it this far, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button. Let me know if you guys enjoyed this style of video, if you want more of these. I'll probably do one for the other 2 starter decks, and make sure to check out the description for the links for the 2 upgraded lists that we played today. So again, thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate it. I'll catch you all next time.